When I saw my first INCOURSE results, guys, it's not even funny. I cried. What is going on? I've been having 90s and 80s in part 1 in 100 level in secondary school. I entered college and it's like they're giving me my shoe size. What's happening? Another thing that I would like to say is that cry, but don't cry for too long. Like, cry and move. Meet your classmates, know what they are doing. Pray. Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, you're also welcome. My name is Excel. Most people know me as the lady Excel, but yes, and I'm a YouTuber based in OAU State, Nigeria. I film about faith, medicine, and lifestyle. Alright, so if you can hear any sound, please, it's the sound of my fan. I have my fan here because where I'm sweating, I cannot turn on my fan because of noise. But anyway, today's video, I'm going to be talking about my first INCOURSE experience. For people that don't know, I'm a medical student. I'm a third-year medical student studying medicine in Obafemi Awolowo University currently. And yes, let's just get into it quickly. So, hey, my first INCOURSE. Hey, let me just give you people a quick backstory. So there's something about college here. You know, we get properly integrated into medical school in part 2. When you're in part 1, you're just doing the normal chemistry, physics, and the normal courses thing. So when you're entering part 2, it's like part 2, by the way, is 200 level. When you're entering 200 level, it's like you are really entering medical school. That's just the meaning, and it's a whole lot of difference because you are coming from where you've been doing physics, chemistry to where you'll be doing biochemistry, anatomy, and physiology. So you will be met with a lot of shock. Maybe not a lot, but things are a little bit different in college, and this makes like 200 level a dicey class in the sense that you're still trying to figure out a lot of things here. You are still trying to figure out, okay, what works, what does not work, how will I navigate med school, because it's like a whole ball game, a different ball game on its own actually, because you're doing anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry, and then you're also being marked, like they're also using negative marking for you. You're doing true or false questions and all of those new stuff. So I quite understand the fact that 200 level is a class where you're so unsure of so many things, and this is why I'm making this video. There are so many people that are just kind of lost. They are just kind of like, okay, what am I going to do? Especially when you started doing your first INCOURSES and you started seeing your result and it's like, what is going on? I've been having 90s and 80s in part 1 in 100 level in secondary school. I entered college and it's like they're giving me my shoe size. What's happening? So don't worry, I get you, and this is why I want to share my experience. So yeah, 200 level. I'm in 300 level now, by the way. So 200 level started and we did our INCOURSES, guys. When my first set of INCOURSES, when their results came out, it was not even funny. Like, it was not what I was expecting. I was shocked because I'm already used to scoring high scores. So when I started seeing my scores, it was like, well, it's like this college is everything that they've said and more. So I was kind of down and all of that. So here are 5 things that I did to change the whole story after my first INCOURSE, because I saw the results and I was not quite happy with it. So today I'll be sharing 5 things that I did that changed my story, basically. So I have my notes here so that I will not forget anything in that sense. So the first thing that I would say is that it's okay to cry. Okay, like when you see your first INCOURSE results and they are not what you're expecting, maybe you are seeing something like 30 something, 40 something, because this is something that happens, yeah, and it's totally okay. Like, it's your first INCOURSE. So yeah, the first thing I'll say is it's okay to cry. When I saw my first INCOURSE results, guys, it's not even funny. I cried. And it's okay to cry sometimes. It's okay to talk to somebody about how you're feeling. Don't just bottle up everything. Don't just keep everything or tighten the word to your chest. Let it out. And crying is a way of letting it out. Talk to somebody. That time when I saw my first INCOURSE results here, I could not even talk to my friends because it was like all of them had higher scores than me, so they could not relate to what I was feeling. So I could not talk to them. So I talked to a senior colleague, and the person was able to pacify me, and the person was also able to share his own experience with me actually, and I felt better after that. So cry if you want to talk to somebody. And another thing that I would like to say is that cry, but don't cry for too long. Like, cry and move. Okay, like when you cry, move. Don't stay there. Like, don't stay in your feelings. Don't allow those feelings like overwhelm you such that you are now like brooding over it and you cannot now prepare for the next one. Because many times when results comes out in med school year, you have other exams to write. So it's like we're always writing exams. I used to tell people we're always writing exams. So you still have other exams to do. You cannot keep on breathing on that one score that now allow it to affect others. So when you cry, move, just move. See, that's how medical school is. Just move. The second thing that I'll be saying is that don't be a loner. See, I feel like that affected me in 200 level, honestly. Not like I was a loner like that, but I will explain what I mean. What do I mean when I say don't be a loner? Now that you've seen your scores here, you started seeing your scores, there is this tendency to want to keep to yourself. There's this tendency to want to just seclude yourself and feel like you don't belong. See, don't do it. Don't be tempted to do that thing. Don't be tempted to do that. Like, now that you know your weaknesses, other advice is that meet your classmates, know what they are doing. When I was preparing for my 200 level in-courses, especially my first set of in-courses, I was reading. Definitely I was reading, but what I noticed was that I was reading on my own. Like, I didn't know what my mates were doing. I was just reading, and when I saw my score, I knew that this is one of the things that affected me. I was just reading, and then I didn't know what was happening. So don't be a loner. Meet your classmates. What are you doing? Like, ask them, what are you doing? What did you do to get this high score? Meet those people that are scoring high scores and ask them that, oh, you are scoring high scores. What are you doing to score these high scores? There are times that I read a topic and maybe I'm not understanding it. I would ask my friend, oh, how are you reading this topic? See, this thing is giving me a headache. Oh, how are you reading? They'll tell me, oh, go and watch so video. Go and do so and so thing. So don't be a loner. In med school, one of your greatest assets is people. Like, you need people a lot. I cannot even like overemphasize the importance of having people around you, like your classmates, your senior colleagues. Oh my god, senior colleagues are assets in medical school. So that's number 2. Quickly, let's move to number 3 thing. Know what works for you and be sure that it works. Now, you're going to be hearing a lot of things. Like, when you enter 200 level is an unsure class. It's a class that you're trying to figure out so many things. It's like, does this work? Does this not work? What should I do? And you are going to hear a lot of things. You hear senior colleagues saying different things. At the beginning, I guess you can try to like experiment and try to just figure out what will I do. But once you figure out what works for you, like, just stick to it. Find out what works for you and find it fast. Don't go and be imitating people. Don't say that because this person does overnight means I want to start doing overnight. Like, know what works for you quickly in college. If it's going to class that works for you, go to class. If it's that you will be reading in library or be reading at home and you not go to class that works for you, do it. Like, know what works for you and know it quickly and be sure that it works. The 4th thing is, and I've already mentioned this, is that senior colleagues are assets in medical school. Your senior colleagues are, oh my god, see, any class you want to enter, any class, maybe you're about to enter 300 level, at enter 400 level, it's usually good to speak to senior colleagues. These people have like gone ahead. These people have gone ahead of you and they know more than you. And that was something that also helped me when I saw that, hey, this one that I've entered college now and it's like they are giving me scores that I don't really like. I did not fail low, but I did not just like those scores. Like, I wanted to do better. So what did I do? I started talking to senior colleagues actually, like, how did you do this? How did you deal with questions from this lecturer? And it really helped me a lot. Like, it helps when you talk to senior colleagues. These people know more than you. These people have information that you don't have. So don't be shy, actually. Don't be shy. And they're always willing to help. Bless their hearts. In medical school, like, your senior colleagues are sweet. Like, they're always willing to help because they know how challenging it could be when it's like you're reading so much and you're not getting results. I hope you're with me. You get. So let's move to the next one. The 5th one, past questions. See, I cannot overemphasize past questions. Past questions are lifesavers. They are lifesavers. In medical school, I've come to realize that you don't just go reading. So many times, there's something that they call reading smart, and you're just reading. In medical school, you have to be smart. Like, you have to be smart. You have to read smartly because the only people that read smartly that will do it, to be honest. If you are just reading and you'll just be surprised that you will do exams and then you see the result and it's like, what's going on? So you have these past questions. There are some past questions that In fact, see, past questions are good though. Let me not even lie. That sometimes, because these past questions, there are times that they repeat them and all of that, and this is why I say don't be a loner. There are sometimes that some past questions will be flying around, and if you don't know people, you will just be shocked that you know hear about the past question. Hey, God forbid bad thing. So like, you must have your own people around. You must have people, your classmates that are your people, that any information that is flying around now, you will hear it. So yes, past questions are your go-to. Solve past questions. Do as many as possible. Do with your friends. Do past questions with your friend. Another thing that I didn't even write on my list, I've already mentioned 5 things, but I'm going to give you 2 additional things because I'm nice. So another thing that I didn't even mention is group discussions. Group discussions help a lot, you guys. Group discussions help a lot. Like, it has helped me, and I feel like if I had done group discussions when I was writing my first set of incourses, it would have been better. But I got to know late about it, so I did not really take it seriously like that. But my second set of incourses, I not play with group discussions, or like, I attended, and trust me, my results were way better than what I had in the first incourse. Another thing, that the second thing that I'll be saying, the bonus is, which is the last thing that I'll be saying today, is that you should pray. It's the last thing I'm saying, but it's nowhere near last on the list. It's even number 1. See, one thing that medical students are usually like tempted to do is to put all their energy, focus on their energy on their books, and just leave out the place of God. See, there are some things that are beyond ordinary eyes. There are times that you read, you get to the exam, you will write what you know, they will mark your script, and they will say that OMR machine did not see like 15 or something. So like, as much as you're reading, like, take your relationship with God seriously. Pray, 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 because college is not for the weak, actually. So these are the things that I did that changed my story, actually, that made me better. And I'm even still learning, because it's not like I'm over, and it's not like I'm done with this medical school, actually. But yes, these are things that has helped me, and it's still helping me, and I'm even still discovering more. So you can also try this if you want to score better scores, like if you want to have better scores, or if you just want to have better scores, actually, if you are not satisfied with your current level. And you can also like do this to increase, like, to add to your knowledge too also. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. You can share with me in the comments if you learned anything, and if there are other techniques or other things that work for you, maybe that I did not mention, you can also put it in the comment section so that somebody else will be able to learn from it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with any medical student that you know. And it's not only about medical students, just share with students that you know. These are things that can help you in your academics. I love you all. Bye. See you in my next one.